Good evening. Breaking news tonight from Kwara State has left many Nigerians deeply concerned and searching for answers. Reports have emerged that the terror group Boko Haram has paraded over 100 abducted victims in a community within Kwara, making serious accusations against the Nigerian government regarding what they call propaganda. This incident marks a disturbing development in the nation's ongoing security challenges, and we need to understand exactly what happened and why this matters to every Nigerian. The situation unfolding in Kwara State tonight is one that demands every Nigerian's attention. A video released today by suspected Boko Haram terrorists shows 176 people who are taken from Woro community in Kayama local government area. These victims include women, children, and even a nursing mother, and the conditions they are being held in are deeply troubling. The footage shows people standing in rows, looking distressed, their clothing dirty and worn, with some children appearing without proper clothing. This is not just another security report. These are real people, real families torn apart, and real communities living in fear. What makes this situation even more disturbing is the direct accusation being made by these terrorists against the Nigerian government. In the video, the armed men claim that authorities have been misleading Nigerians and the international community about how many people were actually taken. They insist they have 176 captives, while earlier government statements suggested the number was between 20 and 30 people. The terrorist speaking in the video directly accuses the Kwara State government of propaganda, saying the authorities lied about the true scale of this abduction. Whether this claim is accurate or not, what cannot be disputed is that we are looking at far more victims than anyone initially reported, and that alone raises serious questions. Let me take you back to where this all began. On February 3rd and 4th, armed militants launched a coordinated attack on Woro and the nearby village of Nuku. The violence was absolutely devastating. Reports indicate that at least 162 people were killed during these attacks, though some accounts suggest the death toll could be even higher. Among those killed were 2 wives of the Emir of Woro, several of his children, the community's chief imam, a school principal, a headmistress, and students who had just returned home from school. The Emir himself, Alhaji Saliu Biyo Umar, has been missing since the attack, and many fear he was either killed or abducted. The terrorists did not just kill people, they burned homes and shops, leaving entire families with nothing. If you are watching this video, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you never miss important updates like this. Your subscription helps us continue bringing you the stories that matter most to Nigerians everywhere. The background to this attack is equally chilling. According to multiple sources, these terrorists had been trying for months to force the people of Woro to attend their extremist sermons and adopt their radical version of Islamic law. The community, led by their emir, refused to cooperate. They rejected these demands, and the emir even alerted Nigerian military authorities about the activities of these armed groups in the area. This resistance apparently enraged the militants, and they planned this large-scale attack as retaliation. Residents say the terrorists had sent warning letters to the community weeks before the assault, threatening violence if their demands were not met. One letter reportedly arrived as far back as 5 months ago, and another came in January, signed by Boko Haram under its formal name with a reference to a leader in the Lake Chad region. Despite these warnings and requests for military protection, the security presence that was initially deployed to Woro was later withdrawn, leaving the community vulnerable. The Kwara State government has now responded to the video released today. Commissioner for Communications Bolanle Olukoju issued a statement saying the government is deeply concerned about the footage and is working with security agencies to analyze it and identify the victims. The government admits there have been varying accounts about how many people were actually abducted, which is why no definitive figure has been released by authorities. They say their priority remains the safe rescue of every affected citizen and ensuring those responsible face justice. Community leaders from Woro have been asked to help identify individuals in the video, and so far a few people have been preliminarily recognized as residents. One source from the community confirmed that the woman standing in front of the camera holding a baby is the wife of the village head. More individuals remain unaccounted for, and families across the region are desperately searching for answers about their loved ones. What is particularly alarming about this situation is that Kwara State has not traditionally been seen as a major hotspot for Boko Haram activity when compared to states in the northeast like Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa. Yet here we are witnessing an attack of this scale in Kwara, which suggests that these terrorist networks are expanding their operations beyond their traditional strongholds. Between January and November of last year alone, more than 207 people were reportedly killed in Kwara State, with at least 177 others abducted across multiple local government areas. The fact that President Tinubu has now launched Operation Savannah Shield, deploying a battalion to Kwara and appointing a field commander, shows how seriously the federal government is taking this threat. The president described the attack as particularly disturbing because victims were killed simply for resisting forced indoctrination into an extremist ideology. Adding to the growing tension, residents of Oyun local government area in Kwara State are now fleeing their homes from reports of fresh threat letters warning of imminent attacks. The Kwara State Police Command has confirmed receiving such letters and says intelligence units are investigating their authenticity. Additional security personnel have been deployed in collaboration with local vigilantes, and the Commissioner of Police has urged anyone with useful information to come forward. Emergency security meetings are being held with traditional rulers and stakeholders to address these new threats. This means families are packing up and leaving their homes, not knowing if they will ever return or what they might find when they do. The federal government has also announced plans to accelerate a national ranching program in Kwara State as part of a long-term solution to insecurity linked to pastoral activities. The Minister of Livestock Development says the program will focus on structured livestock management, digital tagging of animals, and promoting settled communities rather than nomadic herding. The Kwara State Governor has pledged full support for this initiative, though critics will rightly point out that ranching programs will take years to implement while communities are being attacked right now. People need immediate protection, not just long-term strategies. This is where we all need to pause and think about what is happening in our country. These are not just statistics or news headlines. These are mothers separated from their children, children who have watched their parents killed, entire villages destroyed, and communities living under the constant shadow of violence. The debate over whether the government underreported the number of abductions will continue, but what matters most right now is bringing these 176 people home safely. Every single one of them deserves to be reunited with their families. Every community in Kwara and across Nigeria deserves to feel safe in their own homes. And every Nigerian, regardless of where they live, should be paying attention to what is unfolding, because insecurity anywhere is a threat to security everywhere. If you have stayed with me through this entire story, I want to thank you for caring enough to be informed. Knowledge is power, and when we understand what is happening in different parts of our nation, we can demand better from our leaders, support affected communities, and hold authorities accountable. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think needs to happen to ensure the safe return of these victims? What more should the government be doing to protect communities in vulnerable areas? Your voice matters, and this channel is a space where we can have these important conversations together. Do not forget to like this video if you found it informative, and please subscribe so you can stay updated on developments in this story and other issues affecting Nigeria.